Hi, my name is Christine Walsh, and this is going to be my video for front carries. I'm starting with a pocket wrap cross carry using a Rhapsody hybrid stretch. A hybrid stretch is like a stretchy wrap, like a combination of a stretchy wrap and a regular woven wrap. Like a stretchy wrap, it has a tiny bit of stretch, but only in the across the wrap direction, not in the length of the wrap. The fact that it only stretches one direction makes it safe for back carries and other carries you would do with a woven wrap, but it also means that you can use it in ways that a stretchy wrap is best. And that's the wrap job I'm going to be demonstrating right now. The pocket wrap cross carry, I'm going to start by scrunching up the wrap and putting it across my belly. I'm going to start just under bust because when you're working with a stretchy wrap, and that's what this carry is really designed for, the carry will generally sag, so you want to pre-tie it quite snug so that you don't have the baby sagging down too low. You always want baby close enough to kiss. So you can see that I have both sides of my wrap here. I'm going to bring it around back, and I'm going to bring that up and over my shoulder and keep it scrunched up on my shoulder to keep everything neat and tidy. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Crossing in the back, pulling it up, and again over my shoulder. Now that I have both of my tails, I'm going to pull them together and tuck them down my front pass. This is one of my favorite carries for newborns, but it's also one of the strongest carries for stretchy wrap. So we cross the two front passes, and they make an X. And my cross pass is going to go right over it as well. And then I have quite a bit left, so I'm going to pull them around back, cross them, and then tie them in front. And then I'm just going to check to make sure I don't have too much slack sitting here. And I'm just going to pull out a little bit of extra slack like this. Okay, so this X right here is where baby is going to sit. I'm going to go get my baby.
What's a big heavy baby? What's a big heavy baby?
And I have a very wiggly baby, so I like to make sure both her feet are in the wrap and she's seated on the X before I spread the passes. So I'm going to lift her up, and this is the pass that goes underneath everything. So that's my first pass, and around that one. If you have a less wiggly baby, you can spread each pass and then put the baby's foot into the next one. But I like to make sure she's anchored. So you spread the lower pass first.
You can put the diaper.
And I spread it out over her shoulder. And then I make sure that it's spread out under this knee. And then I make sure it's spread out all the way to her other. I do the same with the other side. Put your arms in the face. I'm going to spread this pass out like this. Again, from knee, can you tuck yourself in, please? To knee. And now, because I'm doing one video to encompass all my front carries, this would be tied slightly differently, but this is essentially a front cross carry. I have an X and an X, and she's sitting on the X, and I've spread the passes. So essentially it's a front cross carry, which is typically done with a woven wrap. And you can tighten the rails, and you use a strand by strand tightening, and then tie. You could either tie it under bum or around, but I like to use it as a pre-tied poppable carry, and then just tighten my rails at the end. But back to pocket wrap cross carry. What makes it pocket wrap cross carry is this last pass that I'm going to pull up. And I'm going to lift up her bum and fold her little leg in. This is much easier when they're newborns. And I'm going to take the top of that pass and pull it up over that leg. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Pull it up. And then you take that pass and pull it up. And now I'm going to retrieve her little foot out from under the bottom here. Now, I pull the pass out. And then I can retrieve her little foot. And it sits right here. Now, right now, it's pretty warm outside, so I'm going to leave her feet out. But during the winter, what's especially nice about this particular carry is during the winter, you can pull this pass all the way down over their feet to keep them warm, and all the way up back here to support them. A smaller baby you could probably even use it to support the head. She's a little resistant to that. Now if you find that you have some slack up here, what I have generally done, because this is a stretchy wrap, so you can pull the whole pass up and invert it. And that gives you a twist and it takes some of the slack out. And I'm going to tuck it over her feet just real quick to demonstrate that. And then to gain a little more comfort on my shoulders, I have two options. I can pull this out and spread it, and then take the bottom rail. The rail is what we call the very end of the wrap, the seam and the hem, and fold it up over, making a little wrap sandwich. And we call that sandwiching the shoulder. Or, because it's a stretchy wrap, and you can do this with a woven too, you can take this inside part up by your neck and flip it out over your shoulder. And that's a shoulder flip to pull some slack out and to gain a little more comfort, because it's always nice when the wrap is cupping your shoulders, which stretchy wraps and hybrid stretchies are particularly good at. Oof, I'm going to release your feet because you're hot. And then if you need to tighten a little bit here, because I always find that once I've finished this carry I have some slack left, I generally bring my woven or my tails up forward and just tuck them off nice and tight. And if you don't have this extra length that I have, I've tied in front, you could just as easily tie it in back. And that is my demonstration of most of the front of the pocket wrap cross carry. And then, as I said, the difference with a front, in a wiggly baby, with a front cross carry would be that you would start with it spanning your back and come over and make the X in front, and then you could tie either in back or come back around and tie in front and sit baby on the X and spread the passes. And that would demonstrate two carries.